All right, let's talk quality cues, where they fit in your business, and why exactly they're important, why I think you're going to want to be thinking about them while you're thinking about your business and all the things you're going to be doing in terms of strategy. So, quality cues are product characteristics that signal outsized value, right? So, when we talk about the three lines of business, which is another one of the models that we apply in brand strategy, we talk about the cost to produce our goods, the price, and then the perceived value. Quality cues are a really, really great way to signal that not only are you worth the price, but you're worth a higher price, and also to really increase that perceived value. And if you've watched any of my videos, the space between the cost to produce and the price is where you build margin. So that's actually really, really important to be cognizant and thinking of how are we going to push up on that price and perceived value, and how are we going to push down on the cost to produce goods. Quality cues tend to also be fairly inexpensive in terms of the bigger picture in the scheme of things. So let's talk about what some categories of quality cues are and some possible examples. Make this a little bit bigger for you so you can see it good. So, for example, pricing is one of the things. I'll wait for this here. So, pricing is the first one. And the example that I'm going to use is this, hopefully pops up again, is vodka. Just one example. So, the creator of Grey Goose saw an opportunity to indicate and send a quality cue that they had a premium product. And it's a status symbol. So, by ordering Grey Goose vodka at the bar, when you walk up and you order your drink and you're specifying that, or you're picking that bottle out of all the vodka bottles you could choose, you're saying, I'm kind of a big deal. Like, I'm that person. So pricing can be a quality cue in and of itself. Product traits is another example of quality cues, and hotels are across the board best in class at using product traits to signal quality cues and help elevate their prices and their perceived value. So it might be the perceived beds at one, or an elaborate lobby in a certain type brand of hotel. And there's also another brand of hotel that uses cookies as their quality cue, right? So, and you become quality cues. One thing about quality cues that's worth noting, especially in this example of product traits, is they're very consistent. We come to be able to expect them from that brand and rely on that type of quality from them. Packaging or warranties is another example of this. So I put ketchup on here, for example, and only because this kind of just came to me the other day when I was working on this for you guys, is you have the ketchup package that are a pain to open up and stuff like that. But the packaging for the ones that are at Chick-fil-A, my kids love them. And part of the reason my kids love going to Chick-fil-A is all the great quality cues that Chick-fil-A encompasses and is built into their system, but also that they have those great ones that you can just bend over and squeeze out. I appreciate that they're a lot less messy. So that's a packaging thing. Another example, and I'll show you an image of this later, is Tiffany's jewelry. You're almost not even buying the jewelry that's in the box. You could buy jewelry from a lot of other really wonderful, reputable companies. You're buying that blue box, and that is a quality cue of your status symbol. Warranties in the same category, another one that's known for that is Honda, is known for putting out an incredible warranty for their vehicles and being kind of a leader in that. Location can be another quality cue. Location when it comes to wine. So Champagne from the Champagne regions in France is a location quality cue. Where does it come from? Wisconsin and their cheeses. These are all things that are quality cues from the location standpoint. So we can also go back to the clock model. So I'm actually kind of showing you how some of the models overlap here. And look at this clock model, and where are you going to deploy quality cues? You can deploy them even if you have more emphasis on pre-purchase and less on purchase and post-purchase, or if you're more heavy on the post-purchase, it doesn't matter. You can actually build processes and systems and actually document consistent quality cues that you're going to deploy at every single touch point with your customer. So that's a really wonderful tool. You can also apply the hurdles that we talk about, which is another model that we use So is it different? So is your quality cue different enough that it's going to stand out and really be recognized? Is it relevant to the market? So I'm going to guess that when DoubleTree rolled out the cookie, there were some people that weren't exactly sure if it was relevant, but it became relevant because it was still this hospitality of when you showed up. Kind of goes back to those roots of hospitality, being handed a treat or a snack or a drink as soon as you enter somebody's home, kind of the same thing. So it was really relevant, even though it was also quite unique and different. And then is it sustainable, right? They had to come up with a process and a system to be able to have those cookies, keep them warm and fresh in their check in lobbies, right? But they were able to do that. So it was also sustainable. The other element of sustainable is it was just inconvenient enough that nobody else was going to start doing that and really kind of knock them out of being that brand that was known for that quality cue. So this one's a little bit harder to see, but I just pulled it up kind of last minute because it relates to one of my favorite books, and the book is Never Lose a Customer Again. But they talk about those life cycles that we talk about in the clock model: pre-purchase, purchase, and post-purchase. And this is a great example and something I deploy when it comes to the actual playbook and execution of strategy for my clients a lot in terms of building a process. Let's decide where we're going to deploy quality cues along the customer experience, both for your clients, but also we've used this in recruiting and retaining top talent. So if that's a priority in your business, you can also use all of these models and build a system of quality cues for really attracting and keeping the best talent in your industry and in your market. So hopefully you enjoyed this introduction to quality cues, and maybe you're getting some ideas about how you might want to deploy these in your business. I can't wait and would love to hear what you currently do for quality cues in your business, or what you might be inspired to try in this upcoming year. So make sure you reach out to me at jeannie@storybuilt.marketing and let me know what you have up your sleeve. That's JEANI at storybuilt.marketing.